gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 586. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's following 1,500 people on Twitter, Wombat.
I believe it's more than that.
Oh, what's the actual number?
The actual number is 1,581.
Right.
Room for one more, honey.
Right.
Yeah, it's too many people. I agree. Or, as Shipwreck likes to point out, too many
non-people.
Too
Brands.
many corporations. Too many brands.
How? I just want to when you open up Twitter,
What happens?
what happens when
It's surprisingly not that crowded. I know you'd think it would be, but it honestly isn't. Don't ask me how that is either. But
But it's so many fast food posts. How do you get through all the fast
I
food
don't
posts?
follow that many restaurants. I know you don't believe me. I follow mostly people. The vast majority of it is people.
Shipwreck, are you looking at his followers?
You can look at my followers. if you
Colonel
don't believe
Sanders
me.
isn't a real person.
I don't follow Colonel Sanders. I don't follow KFC.
It's okay, Wombat. Look, you're allowed to use or not use Twitter any way you want.
I know. I think I'm pretty good at it. But what can you do?
You think you're good at using Twitter?
I am good at using Twitter. I do follow the Keebler elves, though.
Is that on your resume?
You were on the Daily Mail, right?
Right.
Yes, I was.
So that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's legit. That's
Yep.
legit credibility right there.
Yeah. Yes.
Quality publication.
Mm-hmm. I also follow all the writers from Day Job. I follow them too. So there's that. It's like a whole thing. So that's a lot of people in itself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Somebody analyze Wombat's Twitter.
Who I follow, go for it. It's going to be
Yeah.
very.
Let's get the
It's going to
breakdown.
be surprisingly boring. That's
gotta be
that's the
a-
problem.
feel
I
like
think
there's a-
you'd be surprised at how mundane it really is. It's
like
like video game people.
Yeah. I just want to see the pie chart.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
No judgments. Just want to check it out.
I probably follow more show listeners than both of you combined.
You don't know who I follow and who I don't follow.
I'm sure I follow more show listeners than you because I'm nicer than you guys. Both of you. That's a fact. Everyone knows that.
It's ridiculous.
That is true. I'm the only person of the three of us that has a heart.
I'm actually talking to Lick Chan right now on the other line.
I
while
bet
I'm
you.
doing this show.
I think he's a couple episodes behind, so it's going to be a while before he comments on this.
It's okay. So, who else played in a table tennis tournament this weekend?
I did.
You did? Oh, how'd it go?
I came in first place and I won 2 shirts.
No, that was me.
Oh,
No.
I keep getting us confused.
Right, I know. I can understand how that happens. Actually, no, I actually only won a single shirt. Ty won a shirt because he came in second place in his division. So that's how it went down this weekend. I did play and beat several children. So you would have.
Did you really play children?
You have to understand. I mean, how many times do I have to explain?
Ping pong ratings know no ages.
I guess
Yes.
not.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
No,
So-
I'm glad you played the children and won.
The problem was that there
The
just weren't
parents
that.
must get so upset.
Look, what am I going to do? Not beat them? If I don't beat them, my ranking is going to just tank. So I have to beat them.
So are you the only adult there?
No, they were. So the problem was I played in the under 1,200 division, which is, not very high. Okay.
So it's like yen to dollars.
No,
1,200
you
is like
can't-
12 age. And
You can't. The best way to explain it is the higher the number, the better. 2,500 is like pro level.
Okay, so
basically pro level.
what is the number you need to be to age out of children?
You can't. Because, for example, the woman who Ty takes lessons from has a 12-year-old daughter, and she's over 2,000. So I will never be 2,000.
But I feel like
That's
the ratios
different. That's like a
change.
prodigy.
What do you mean
Right.
ratios?
I feel like as you get up the ladder,
Oh, sure, of course.
more adults in the
Yeah.
mix.
So what's like when you played in this tournament? Was it
Yeah.
mostly children that you played against, or mostly adults?
Unfortunately, there weren't a lot of people showing up for this particular one on this particular day. So I only played 5 matches.
Well, this explains your victory.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I was the highest ranked player in that division.
And probably
And-
the tallest.
Well, yeah,
And probably the
obviously.
only one that's had sex.
No, there were three. There were three adults. I played 5 matches, and I played against two adults.
Okay.
And the other one was a junior high school student, and maybe 2 were. I don't know. They were all around Ty's age, I think, give or take a year or 2. But whatever. So I beat them, and I beat the adults. I didn't lose any games, and fuck it. What am I gonna do? I didn't control who was in that tournament. That's who showed up.
Be proud of your successes. Do you get a trophy or just the shirt?
No, he got the shirts. You have to be in the higher divisions.
You get
to
a
get
child-sized shirt.
They didn't have any giant shirts for giant men, so
Ty got 2 shirts.
I got to. Actually, no, Mrs. Cheapy got a shirt.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, one fits Mrs. Cheapy perfectly, and one fits Ty perfectly. So everybody wins.
You know what I did do this weekend?
Made a do. I don't know.
Excuse me?
I don't know. You did do.
That wasn't even English. But
You made a do. You said, "What did I? You know what I did do this weekend?"
Oh,
And
I
said,
gotcha.
"Made a do."
as you are well aware, I've lived in New York for a very long time. And in all that time, I have never ridden the Cyclone roller coaster in Coney Island, New York.
Nice.
If for those not familiar, the Coney Island Cyclone is a 90-year-old roller coaster that is wood. It is one of the oldest roller coasters in the country. It may be the oldest still running roller coaster in the country, but don't quote me on that. Definitely in the top 5, if not. And what I also did not know, it's part of a like an amusement park at Coney Island, New York, called Luna Park. Normally, Luna Park, it's like $70 for an all-you-can-ride, wristband.
Wow.
Yeah. Opening day, it's $10.
That's a much better price.
It's a much better price. I didn't know that. Like when we went, we were just going to go to the aquarium and then we were going to just walk the boardwalk. And Sabrina's like, I've always wanted to ride the Cyclone. Can we ride the Cyclone? And I'm like, fine, we'll do that. One ride on the Cyclone is normally $10 alone. So obviously we just bought the day passes and, did a couple of other rides too. Like we didn't even feel obligated to like do everything at the $10 price, but the Cyclone is pretty cool. Lives up to the hype. It's it's a surprisingly good roller coaster, or maybe not. But Shipwreck, I think you would very much like the Cyclone.
I'm sure I would enjoy it. It's hard to not enjoy a roller coaster.
That is true, especially like the granddaddy of all roller coasters. I think there's 2 other roller coasters at Luna Park, but here's the thing: when it's $10 day, the lines are pretty obscene. And the lines for the other 2 roller coasters was just bananas. Forget about it. So it's okay.
I will never go there.
What, to the Coney Island or
Probably.
just
To that park. It sounds
well,
like.
I mean, there's not-
$70. That's
So,
like
you can-
Disneyland.
you can pay per ride, or you could pay $70.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not saying you should do that. I just like we have fun just walking up and down the boardwalk.
Did you go to Nathan's?
We did not. We did not go to the first Nathan's.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
We didn't eat lunch actually. We
I
got
feel like I really don't know you anymore.
we did so much we didn't even eat.
How does that happen? I've never not never, but never since I had a family. Like, I don't know.
We were
That's
there
good. We're
from
busy.
I think from 10 a.m. when
Is it
the
because you were in
aquarium
line
opened.
for the Cyclone?
Well, we did the aquarium from like 10 to noonish, and then we did the Luna Park from about let's say 12:30 to like 3 o'clock.
How long was the Cyclone line?
The Cyclone line was really short because it's sort of
It was
separated.
so famous, though.
I know. You'd think that line would be long, but the line for the steeplechase was like wrapped around the block. That's the roller coaster where it has like these really hard, bank turns on it, and you actually sit on a metal horse. That's why it's called the steeplechase, and it looks like you're going to fall off the whole time. And the other one they have is called the Screaming Eagle, where you lay down in a cage, and the cage kind of spins around like a clock while it's going on this crazy roller coaster.
That's a sex position. I'm
It's
pretty sure.
crazy. Yes, I know. It's crazy. It's all nuts. Like every ride there looks like someone died on it at some
Right.
point. Every ride
Right.
there. So
Great.
yeah, it's not the it's not the nicest amusement park. It's Adventureland is nicer from an aesthetic standpoint.
Ew.
Yeah.
Adventureland is like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I got to be honest. Once you've been to like Tokyo Disney Sea,
Yep.
it's hard to really go anywhere else. It's just like, I don't know. They've pretty much perfected it right there. And there's very few Americans there, which makes it even better.
How are the lines in Tokyo Disney? Are they non-existent because no one cares?
No,
Nope.
they all care. What are you talking about? It's like they make more money there than they do in America. But
Yeah,
it's
they're normal size
just-
lines.
yeah, but everybody's very well behaved, and the park is just kept. Because everybody's well behaved, it's easier to keep the park at like pristine levels. Plus,
I mean,
they
Disney
spent
World's
a lot of money.
pretty similar in that.
I was going to
regard.
say Disney World is
Okay.
very clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying, but I just
That's a Disney thing.
Yeah,
I know
sure.
it's a Japanese thing too. Sure, fine, whatever. But except for the smoking grossness that goes on there. But the
not in that park. I'm sure.
I'm not in that park. But Disney parks in general are pretty much the cleanest places.
Right, but the
So-
people working in Japan,
The
care
people
more.
that work in Disney World are very nice people. They
I
go
didn't say
out
they
of their
weren't
way.
nice. I'm saying that the Japanese people care more. I'm gonna make a sweeping
I'm
generalization.
saying you're wrong, and I'll say that you're probably wrong. I guarantee you, there's the person that cares the most at Disney World
Yes.
cares more than the person that cares the least at Tokyo Disney.
How would you know? How have you? You don't know anything about those parks.
What about
Literally
Disney
next to
World?
nothing.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the person
Okay.
who cares the most in America cares more than the person who cares the least in Japan.
So what day are
okay,
we going to
that's fine.
Disneyland
Yeah,
during?
that's
E3 this
exactly what
year?
I said that you jumped down my throat at.
Oh, okay.
You douche.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Tell me I'm wrong when I'm right.
Well, you were saying something nonsensical.
No, I wasn't. I was making perfectly clear sense.
I mean, but it was a silly statement. It was.
Of course, it's a silly statement because you made a silly statement. I was reacting to your nonsense.
I'm
with
saying that
more
my silly
nonsense.
statement is less silly.
If you know what? Why don't you try being a patriotic American for a change?
For a change.
For a change.
I'm just telling you
Hmm.
that I saw that popcorn hit the floor at Tokyo Disney, and there was somebody cleaning it up within 60 seconds.
I guarantee you'd
That
see the
worked
same thing at Disney World in
It
Florida.
was like a robot came out through the floor and swept it up.
Epcot Center is so clean you could see the reflection of my balls in the giant ball.
I'm not going there then. That's a good way to keep me away from Epcot.
Have you ever been to Disney World in Florida?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I was 10.
That's
see.
yeah. It's a few years back.
Yeah.
No, I think I went one more time since then. But whatever. I'm sure it's great.
It is great. How
I'm
dare
not
you?
trying to slag Disneyland in America.
That's 100% what you were going with.
You just called
Just
Disney World
saying.
Disneyland.
Whatever. I don't look. What's the difference?
You're bad at this.
There's a big difference.
One's in Florida and one's in California. Is one better?
and it
than
doesn't
the
have
other?
a bunch of none of those parks have the kind of roller coasters that Shipwreck likes anyway.
There's some good ones at the Disney Zoo. I forgot what the name of that one is.
Oh, the one with the mountain and the abominable snowman.
Yep.
That one.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Yes.
Animal Kingdom.
is
That's
good.
the name of that park.
Yes. I couldn't tell you what the name of that roller coaster was.
Name of
though.
that roller coaster is like Everest or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say Kilimanjaro, but I believe you are correct. So, and it's named after a mountain.
Yeah, it definitely is that. I
Mhm.
may be wrong on Everest.
I think you're right. I'm not gonna look it up though.
Nope.
Because I don't care enough.
Everybody will comment about it.
Right.
Yep.
What people should look up is Tokyo Disney Sea's Wikipedia page, because I remember reading it a couple years ago and it was very interesting. There's a
Sure,
lot of
it's
interesting things
wonderful.
about that park in particular compared to the other Disney parks that make it unique and interesting.
I
Such
heard-
that it's
I
not
heard
owned.
the
It's not
people
owned by
there-
Disney.
I heard the people there are all very unhappy that work there and like to murder the guests.
I have not heard of that happening.
Oh yeah, they kill them and eat them.